Out with the 2024 Audi Q5. Yes, this is an S-line trim, but we're not focusing on that per se. Let's go ahead and show you guys the 2025 in with the new Q5, everybody. I have to say, the new complete redesign from front to the sides to the rear and interior is just phenomenal compared to the old one. Now, I know I get hyped and some people are going to comment and, oh, why do you incline to the new one? It's just because I like it better, to be honest. But let's dive in here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu and not waste your guys' time. Just don't forget to like and subscribe. We truly need it. Appreciate your guys' support. A shout out to Nilo Audi here in Sacramento, California. And if you got something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us, we'll talk details later. So let's start with the front end of the old one first, okay? So old one, we got the bigger headlights, the more bubbly headlights. These are S-line bumpers, but trying to get a grasp of the overall look. The grille changes on the 2024, doesn't matter if it's S-line or not. And then we got the bezel cuts, different lower grills in different too, as well as here, the hood lines. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention, as well as kind of that hood angle here too on that front end, all right? Let's go ahead and shoot over to the new one, 2025. And starting with the hood honestly reminds me, if you guys can just give me this room to say, that the hood reminds me of the Range Rovers, okay? Kind of have that cut here as well as those cuts here and here. Dropping down, we got the complete new grille here look as well, the new emblems too. We come over to the complete different revised or new headlights with the LED projection headlights. They are the matrix design headlight washers, and we got the new bezel cuts here with the active or live air vents, and dropping down to the matte black grille, complete different all the way across. So the front end's complete different. All right, let's go over to the sides. I'm going to show you guys the differences too. Now, take a look at the fenders here. All right, different cuts on the fenders, the way it meets the hood as well. A little bit more rugged shape on the old one. The new one is a bit more curvy, a little bit more soft looking. Both wheel well trims did come painted. Dropping down, our rim designs are going to be completely different from the old to the new as well. And the tires, they still do come, the Pirelli Scorpion tires. And the old one was coming in at an all-season Verde tire at a 255/45/20, and this is a 255/45/20, so we do have some similarities. These do come both premium plus trim, so we try to get that as close as possible so we don't throw you guys off with the bells and whistles. The suspension system, shock spring strut suspension. Now, before I continue, since I'm here near the powertrain area, powertrain's pretty much exactly the same. With the 2.0 liter four-cylinder turbocharged engine, you have on the old one, you have the 40s and the 45s, which was the difference between horsepower. It was 201 horsepower on the 40, 268 horsepower on the 45, and then you had the SQ5, which came in at 362 with that 3.0 liter. The engine options on the old one was a 2.0 liter four-cylinder turbo with the 7-speed automatic transmission. If you did get the SQ5, you're getting the 3.0 liter V6 turbocharged. Same exact powertrains, all right? The 2.0 liters transferred over, the 3.0 liters transferred over, and the plug-in hybrids transferred over, okay? Moving forward, all-wheel drives, the dimensions on both exactly the same, which is crazy because the design completely changed, but the dimensions are the same, coming in at 184 inches in length, 75 inches in width, and 66 inches in height with a 111-inch wheelbase. Side mirrors, complete different cuts, as you guys can see here on the matte black plastic area. Also the cuts up top. This is a bigger looking side mirror, integrated blinker lighting. The blinker lighting does kind of look similar. We have the camera systems both, as well as the automatic foldable and blind spot assist. Dropping over to the doors. As you guys can see the difference in doors. Look how high the handle is here, not here. This is a little bit more room from the top of the door. This is dropping down, all right? The doors themselves, oh, here we go. As you guys can see, the cuts here on the doors, different, all right? And the handles pop out different too. This one comes out straight towards you. This one comes up towards the sky. All right, over to the rear end doors. Let's go ahead and show you guys that as well, so you guys get an idea of that to help you guys out. The handle designs are different too, okay? I wanted to point that out to you guys. Both have keyless fob, smart access entry with the key system. The windows, we got the black or the silver. Don't want you guys to focus so much on the color rather than the angles. The quarter panel glass is different shape here, as well as the door panels. All right, kind of same idea, but again, a little bit different in size. Over to the rear. Also, another big difference is this quarter panel. All right, see this body line cut going all the way down? We don't get that here. We got that kind of, this almost reminds me of the old Cayenne Porsches right here, all right? Over to the rear, starting with the old one, we have the spoiler up top, privacy glass wiper. The taillights are a big change, as well as the emblems, the trim work, and dropping down the bumper fascias, completely different in both, all right? If we come over to the new one, the Q5, up top spoiler, we don't have the cuts in the spoiler anymore, as well as privacy glass and the wiper. The emblems are different, as well as the tailgates. The tailgate pops out a little bit more, protrudes towards the outside of the car. The LED taillights with the LED bar going across that tailgate, all right? Big difference. Dropping down over to the bumper fascias and the matte black plastic. The parking reflectors are a little bit more sleek and thinner design, as well as the design in bumper fascia. And dropping down, that diffuser is matte black plastic with one exhaust tip on each side. All right, let's go ahead and shoot over to the cargo. They both have backup cameras right over that Nilo.com license plate. Now coming over to the old cargo first. Let's go ahead and see some differences. We still got the latches here to drop those seats down. Still get the 40 and the 60 percenters, or the 40, 20, 40, depends how you want to split it. Mesh pocket, a 12-volt outlet here on the right. LED lighting in the kind of rectangular length, or the rectangular plane. Oh, we got the mesh pockets, and we cannot lift this up, okay? Now let's go ahead and measure. Measure behind the second row seats, 37 inches. Behind the wheel wells or the trims, about 40 to 41. And hold on. About the center console back is about 69 to 70 inches, okay? Now cargo is, what they're saying, is coming in at around 26 cubic feet of space. Behind the second row, drop that second row is 54 cubic feet of space. Let's go ahead and see this new one, right? So no 12-volt outlet here on the right, it moves over to the left, right? The lights are no longer the long, thin rectangles. Here we have the LED lights here in the back corners, okay? We could also lift this and we get some more cubby room, the subwoofer back here. Let's go ahead and measure this. They say that they're the same dimensions, 38, that one was 37, and then we come over to the width, that was 40 to 41. This is again 40 to 41, yep. So we go ahead and drop this one. Back to the center console area, about 69 to 70. Yeah, so overall, the cubic capacity is pretty much the same stuff. Now that we showed you guys the exterior differences, talked about powertrains and cargos, let's go ahead and show you guys interiors. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Now sitting inside the old one, guys, and I have to say it does feel a little bit outdated in this Q5, but I still have some really big likes inside the old 2024, and I'm telling you guys what they are. Well, starting with the seating surfaces, beautiful. They still kind of kept the same idea. They resemble each other. They just slightly changed the stitching patterns a little bit, but overall they kind of look similar. These just are leg extensions. The one in the video, I'm not sure if they come with leg extensions, but I think it does. Dashboard completely revised in the 2025 model. You still get Bang & Olufsen sound system up top, natural wooden inlays, Quattro, but you're going to see the trim work completely changed. The air vents are completely changed here and here, and the interfaces or the screens themselves complete change because they actually connect one screen that actually curve towards the driver cockpit. Okay, now the vents completely changed. They drop down a little bit, natural wooden inlays. Here's where my big miss is going to be. Everything is touch sensitive in the 2025. Well, the 2024 still has the dual climate knobs, and I really like those. I also like the hard button controls because I find them a whole lot more convenient as I'm driving instead of flushing around my touch sensitive screen. All right, this is the way you control them, as you guys see this, and then you can go ahead and just press the off button and it turns off. You got your heated seats here and here, as well as your hard buttons here on the drive select modes, your screen on and off, hill descent control, parking sensors, traction control, and EV mode, because this is the hybrid version. 12-volt outlet, USB-A, engine start stop. No more shift lever. That looks like that leather wrapped, so it's actually a toggle switch now. And a parking brake button there. Cup holders are a bit bigger, so I do like the new cup holders in the 2026-25. USB-C plug-in in here. Up top, okay, tilt slide moonroof option. The Q5 still keep the tilt and slide moonroof option, so shout out to the Audi for that. Then we got the control switches, kind of resemble. The new lighting system is slightly different with regards to the touch sensitive and the shape of the lighting on the interior side. Over to the rear view mirror, I honestly think these are the same rear view mirrors, frameless with compass, auto dimmable, and garage door openers. Now we come over to the interface. Let's show you guys that. This is your home. All right. Go ahead and mess around, show you guys what the navigation looks like. This is the navigation. We can slide down, go to your notifications. We can also power that off, and we can go to your music. Cancel. All right, this is your FM built-in Alexa. Now, dropping down the hazards, if we come over to the cockpit cluster, completely different on the cluster screen. You guys are gonna see this. You have different views, 2 different views, same thing in the 25s, but again, you'll see the difference, way different on the cluster. Then we come over to the steering wheel, completely different on the steering wheel, as well as the design, the inlay trims, also the steering wheel shape. The levers to the windshield wipers, the signal lights, and the cruise control are literally the same levers. Over to the left, big difference here. What do I mean by that? Your lighting switches are no longer on the dashboard. You still get a cubby, but you don't get the lighting switches. They're all on the door panel. All right, the door panel is going to be completely different design all over. Handle, unlock lock button, memory seating, window switches, your switches to your side mirrors, tailgate lift button, and your gas lift button. Everything, literally lights, memory seating, unlock, and your side mirrors are all condensed on one little unit, and I'm going to show you guys that in a little bit. We're pretty much done showing you guys the front side. Let's show you the second row seating of the old one, and then jump inside the new one. Now the second row seating, everyone, and we got the different armrest with the different cup holders right off the bat. I'm going to let you guys know. Now the seating surfaces, again, the leather kind of looks the same, but the way it pops up here in the center, and we still have the option of dropping that backrest one setting back. In front, what do we get? The hardbacks of the front seats are different here, the shape. We still have the mesh pockets in the new one. And then we come over to the center console. Tri-zone climate control does look pretty much the same with regards to the unit. The air vents do look the same. USB-Cs in the new one instead of the USB-As. 12-volt outlet. Now, space test, I'm about 6 feet, 2 inches tall. Legroom is here on the old one, and head clearance is here on the old one. My hair might be just slightly touching if I extend up. Your reading light is here on the right and on the left with your O snap handle. Door panels, completely different from the new ones as well, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. Now the interior redesigned in the 2025 Q5, starting with the entryway to the passenger seat. Remember I said that the passenger seats kind of look similar? Well, they do. Stitching does simplify a little bit, just stitching straight down the center inserts. On this exact trim, the Premium Plus, you don't get the leg extensions. In the Prestige, you'll get the leg extensions, and you'll see that. In front, completely different revised or redesigned dashboard with the trim inlays and the air vents. Remember I told you guys? Complete. Now, a little bit more sleek design on the air vents. I have to say I like these better. Natural wood inlays going across. Big plastic inlay here. Not a fan. The only reason they probably did this is because the higher trims will get an extra screen in here. Okay. Lockable glove compartment. Both of them had it. If we come over to the screens, this is what I'm talking about. A 14.5-inch screen. They claim this to be 11 or 12-inch screen on the cluster. Complete different interfaces on the navigation. Looks way more updated. Newer look, as well as your icon usage. Let's go home. This is what your home looks like, as well as we go to the four square icon. This is what the apps look like: Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Again, just a more updated interface. Dropping down, these are your new air vent controls. All right, so let's go ahead and show you guys that. We turn on the AC, we control the climate like that. Air vent like this, as well as the way you want the air vent to go, the airflow, and we go ahead and turn them off. We have heated seats here, no hard buttons anymore, all touch sensitive. Again, I'm sure you're probably going to be reaching on this wooden inlay and just tapping it with your right hand. All right. But again, I like the hard buttons better. That's my personal preference. Again, I'm sure if you get used to this, you'll get good. If we go ahead and mess around with the settings, show you guys what the settings looks like, and the car system, you get your displays, lights, service, and more. If we go ahead and swipe right to your shortcut interface, and you get your shortcuts up there, so much more. I'm just not going to spend too much time on it. Dropping down, the air vents do drop from up high, a little bit lower. Sleek design, I have to say, I like the air vent design better. Over to the drive select, a little bit more cleaner. It's still a hard button. You got to feel the click. You get 4 drive select modes: balance, dynamic, comfort, off-road. Okay, we're going to go to comfort, engine on off, hazard, traction control, the knob here for your media, and then your engine start stop. So it goes from about right here to right here. USB-C plugins are now standard on these. You don't get no more USB-A's, and a 12-volt outlet. Wireless charging pad is here, and their fast charging wireless charging pad is probably one of the best pads on the market. Cup holders are no longer here, as you know in the last one, now here. Okay, no more shift lever. This is a toggle switch: reverse, neutral, drive, parking brake, and your parking cameras. That's what it looks like. You can change the angles, bird's eye view. Click out of that as well. Your center console. Up top, still got that tilt slide moonroof option. Just like that, very nice and responsive. So like that, they got rid of these in the A5s and the new A6s, no more. So let's go ahead and close that. All right. Rear mirror, exactly the same. Over to the driver cockpit cluster display screen, you get 2 views. That's one view, and then we go to the simple view. That's your second view. You can mess around with your cards on this view, left and right card as well. Up top, you get a heads-up display in the Premium Plus trim. You didn't get that in the old one. Now they actually add a Premium Plus trim to the, a heads-up display to the Premium Plus trim. Steering wheel, complete different design on the steering wheel. Remember, the old one was concave. The airbag was kind of slightly more towards the dashboard, to where this one is kind of more just a flat plane. The switches here are, you got to press it to hear the button, all right, or the click on the button. You get the phone control, mic control on the left to control that cluster. Paddle shifters for the 7-speed transmission. The lever is exactly the same. Windshield wipers here on the right. Signal light. But what's cool about this new one is you signal light left, and you get the ambient lighting that actually lights up, letting you know that your signal light is on. And that actually works also with the hazards. Cruise control, same lever. Now we come over here. All right. So we get the natural wooden inlays, the sleek design on the vent, but we drop down, no more knob or buttons there for your lighting system. You still have a cubby, but then we come over to the window switches. Well, we still got the window switches on the door, but look at this unit here. A lot going on. They actually condensed everything in this one unit. Unlock lock button. We also have the lighting, side mirrors, memory seating, and the child locks. Now, if something happens and you do need to fix this door, that is more convenient, I will say, instead of unplugging every little unit. But again, you don't buy this car with the idea of fixing a crash door or something. Now, the design itself on the door panel, completely different, I have to say, with the curvature, the handle placement, the Bang & Olufsen sound system. It just looks a lot more rich and higher class inside this new one. Now that we're done with this, let's go ahead and shoot over to the second row seating. Now, second row seating, everyone. We have the leather-wrapped armrests, cup holders. Same design from the front over to the back with the stitching, car seat compatibility. We get one angle setting here as well, so that does resemble each other. And the hardbacks look different, right? The hardbacks were kind of curving around the seat. Now it's just a more smaller hardback with the mesh pocket. In between, the 2 USB-C plugins, air vents, and the tri-zone climate control, all right? Now, I have to say, it does slightly feel a bit more tight back here, maybe depending on where that front seat's at. But again, I'm still slightly touching the top liner with my hair. your O snap handle, and your reading light now is right over your shoulder, but it's angled to where it's going to read right here. Okay, so that's pretty unique. And the door panels, a lot classier on the door panels. So guys, as we like to do, hopefully you guys like this video. We like to drop this MSRP sticker first to the old one. Here's the old one, the old body style, coming in at around 58K, right? The second one is coming in at around 59,700. Remember, the old one had an S line, so keep that in mind. Hopefully this video helped you guys out with regards to the MSRP stickers, the quick overall look. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support us here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Stay tuned, keep watching. We have more cool things coming with regards to car reviews and car products. Thanks and God bless.